Let's catch up and find out.
That weird enemy.
We can't put our guard down.
Load up and pull out. Hey, ambush.
Is it what? Where to go?
Nothing to it. Save me a spot.
Why are you acting like you know it?
Looks like there's someone up ahead.
Gotta take him out quick. Let's go.
Thank you. Looks like luck isn't...
Here they come again.
It's still not over?
Don't worry. Leave it to me.
Be careful.
Thanks, darling.
Bernice, it's about time we wrap this up.
Alrighty. This is my latest formula. Bottoms up. Dunzo.
Oh, thank you, little ones. And this cutie Bangbu, of course.
Cutie Bangbu?
Oh, you don't have to thank me. Just thank Bernice. Are you really fine? Getting attacked by ethereals at your age is no laughing matter.
She looks really tough and much more spirited than you, Piper.
Oh, such a sweet young lady. Keep it coming. I love hearing these things.
I hope I'll be as spirited as you are when I turn 90.
I'm not 90 years old. Bernice, is that your name? Thank you for rescuing me. I want to do something for you in return. Where do you work? I'll write you a thank you letter.
Getting a thank you letter for doing a good deed is so not rock and roll for a biker gang from the outer ring.
Oh, is that so? Then do you want money? I have a lot of it. No, money can't convey my gratitude.
Wait, don't be so quick to decide. Bernice. Hey, Bernice, say something.
You're right. There's no need to give us money. Money was the furthest thing from our minds when we saved you. Please, just take care of yourself and live a healthy life until you're 90.
Oh, I want to live longer than that. But you really are a nice young lady. All right, then please take this. It'll bring you good luck.
Is that a lottery ticket?
I grabbed one while passing by the store. The friendly clerk there chose the numbers for me. My palms started getting hot when I purchased it, so I think it's a lucky ticket. I've lived more than enough years to know that this is a sign of Lady Luck smiling at me. I'm sure it's worth at least 2 million.
Whoa! 2 million? I'm gonna fill a swimming pool with nitro fuel and make Piper teach me how to swim!
But I don't know how to swim either. Is it already getting to your head? Proxy, are we thinking the same thing?
About how the lottery ticket got to Bernice's head.
Of course. Bernice's endearing quality is her unwavering optimism. That's what I love about her. So I don't want to see her feeling down. Reality always brings you down, doesn't it? Though it's a pain, I'll take it upon myself to remind her of the reality.
Hey, you're back! Guess what I'm thinking about? 3, 2, 1. That's right! I'm thinking about how we should split that huge prize of 2.5 million between the 3 of us.
We only left for 10 minutes and the prize money has already grown by an imaginary 500,000? I wish my stocks could do that.
Oh, I thought you'd be happy, Piper. Didn't you always like discussing the lottery with other truck drivers?
It's not the actual tickets we love, it's the prize money. Bernice, listen to me. Lottery tickets are a mix of statistics and pure dumb luck. But in the end, it's 95% statistics and 5% the dark side of society. Got it?
I don't get it at all!
I hope you never do. It's too complicated for me to explain in detail, but a bet casually placed with numbers picked by the store, you might have a slim chance of winning a small prize. A big prize? No way.
But the results haven't been announced yet. It's too early to say there's no way.
Don't give me one of those sports comic book lines like, the opponent's at their match point, but we haven't lost yet. Anyone who's made a bet knows miraculous victories only happen in comics. Let me take a look at the ticket. The time on the ticket's still there, so it should be for tonight's draw.
Oh, on TV? Cool! Can't wait!
Hey, Proxy, I need to talk to you. It's practically impossible for this ticket to win, but I don't want Bernice to be alone when she gets disappointed. So, Bernice, let's head over to the video store on 6th Street to watch the draw, okay? We can watch it together.
get 1 million each!
Wait, you were serious when you said that you planned to split the prize with us?
Of course! She gave it as a thanks to all 3 of us. So obviously, the prize should be split evenly among us.
Bernice.
Huh? What is it?
It's nothing. You're such a good kid, Bernice.
I'm included too? I really didn't do much apart from being a cute bamboo. But if you insist, then I'll accept the 1 million.
What's with the sudden praise? I just did what anyone would do. You two would do the same in my shoes, right?
I don't know about the proxy, but my heart is likely as grimy as a truck's exhaust pipe, whereas Bernice's heart shines like a truck's headlights.
The sexiest part of a truck isn't the headlights. It's the engine. Oh, when will my heart be able to rumble like an engine?
It's so nice to be young. Anyway, according to the show, it looks like the prize money won't be given out for a while.
Then, shall we get going, Piper? Thanks for everything, Proxy. We'll contact you when the prize money arrives. Oh, don't worry. This lottery ticket is too important to lose. I'll make sure to keep it safe.
Hey, it's bad luck to say something like that. I should hold on to the ticket just to be safe.
somebody, try to find someone with echolocation.
I'll be able to hear. Tire marks from a truck. You must have been stuck here.
Hey, that you, Bernice? Come over here.
I knew it! How dare you lay a finger on Piper? I'm gonna teach him a lesson.
those greenhorns couldn't hurt a flea. If they didn't threaten to scratch steel tanks, I wouldn't have given them the time of day.
Let's grab a nitro fuel together!
Actually, I've seen them somewhere before. They're just folks trying to make ends meet in the outer rings.
Out of my way!
Piper, take a break. This party is just getting started. Why aren't you laughing?
Boss, I already told you. We're facing Bernice and Piper from the Sons of Caledon. They're too much for us to handle.
But a real man fights against the impossible. That lottery ticket will not only cover my ex-wife's child support, but also help protect our lands.
Impressive! Using someone else's lottery ticket to pay for your own child support. You're still worried about protecting your lands? What a hero. I'm sure your child would be proud.
Trust me, Bernice doesn't mean any harm. That's just the way she talks.
I know I may not be a good father, but I grew up in the Outer Ring, and I love these lands to the depths of my soul. I loved my wife too, but these lands remain my greatest love. I'll protect it with my life. Even if some crazy fuel maniac with $1 billion in prize money plans to buy the entire area as their own fuel testing site, I'll fight till the bitter end.
Who's this fuel maniac who sounds even greater than me? Could you introduce me to them?
I think he's talking about the rumored version of you.
Huh? Me? I would never do that! But now that you mention it, who do I buy the Outer Rings lands from? Well, also, the prize isn't even $1 billion. It's just 3 million.
Just 3 million. If I had that kind of money, my child support would.
Boss, now's not the time to be talking about child support. It seems you've fallen for the most extreme version of the rumor, but she doesn't actually have any such plans.
But now that I think about it, setting fire to the Outer Ring sounds pretty cool.
Take it easy, Bernice. We're just about to clear up the misunderstanding.
I guess we came here for nothing. We came here with empty stomachs, hoping to make a killing with that lottery ticket. But it seems we'll be going home still hungry.
It's alright, boss. It doesn't matter if we didn't get the money. The other's low blood sugar has improved tremendously. It won't be like last time when Dickie fainted in that ethereal nest.
Oh, wait. Just wait a minute. You're the ones who came charging at us. But now you're trying to put on a sad, starving act? Now we're the bad guys? Hey, Bernice, say something.
Okay, I've decided!
Dare I ask what you've decided?
To provide self-service snacks during the first Bernie's Cup 7 days and nights unlimited drinking festival, of course! A heart needs more than nitro fuel to keep pumping.
Did I miss something? The first what?
The first Bernie's Cup 7 days and nights unlimited drinking festival!
What's that?
I haven't mentioned it to you? Oh, I don't think I have. Well, it's alright. I can just tell you now. I plan to use my 1 million to buy different flavors of premium nitro fuel and drink with everyone in the outer ring for 7 days and nights straight. What do you think? I'm sure everyone will love it.
Are you serious? Free nitro fuel and snacks? And we're all invited?
Boss, you're not dreaming. It's a promise straight from Bernice of the Sons of Caledon.
Yep, that's right. You can even bring along your ex-wife and daughter. Oh, wait. How old is your daughter?
It was her 4th birthday yesterday.
Then I'll book her a ticket for the 20th Bernice Cup.
If only I knew you were planning to do such a good deed with your winnings. What have I done? I actually tried to rob a charitable angel like you guys tried to rob a sage! If we weren't so tired from hunger, we'd be tossing you into the air and cheering right now!
Wow, I want to get tossed up in the air. Next time you see me, you have to toss me. It's a promise.
Of course we will! We'll get going then.
Bye! Proxy said the nearest hollow exit is over there. Did you hear that? They want to throw me up in the air and cheer! Everyone here is so nice.
I don't know what to say. Roxy?
What a touching scene. But, Bernice, were you serious earlier? Are you really going to spend all of it on treating everyone to nitro fuel and leave nothing for yourself?
Absolutely. I've been wanting to do it since before I had 1 million. Everyone's gonna be so happy. Don't tell me you want my idea. You can host a nitro fuel party, but it can't be called the Bernice Cup. You've got to come up with your own name.
Oh, don't worry. We would never consider doing something like that. Compared to you, the Proxy and I are normal people, as ordinary as they come. We have lots of things we want to do and spend our money on. That's why we'll spend our money on improving our own lives. Right, Proxy? Hey, Proxy. How have you been?
A lot of things have happened. Just don't ask.
What happened? Ugh, the atmosphere is so heavy it's like a fly got stuck to a mousetrap. What happened to the smile you had when leaving with the 1 million that day?
An adult's smile vanishes with their money.
It's gone? 1 million is still a huge sum after tax. But it's gone already? I know you've been modifying Steel Tusk. Did you make it run on Denny's or something?
Not quite, but close. You know, I've been trying to improve Steel Tusk's performance. So, once I had the money, I immediately started searching for the best parts on the market. That's when someone contacted me, saying there was a top-of-the-line truck engine that came from a source with an interesting backstory. Oh, it was such a beauty. I bought it as soon as I saw it, didn't even haggle. Bernice, you were there at the test drive after we installed it on Steel Tusk, right?
Oh, I remember! Steel Tusk won't lose to any vehicle in a contest of speed now. Too bad it ran out of gas after just 3 kilometers, or I would have driven it for the entire day.
That's the problem. I used premium fuel, but the engine's design sacrifices efficiency for power. With the heavy truck and cargo, even a full tank only lasts 3 kilometers.
Yeah, Steel Tusk's fuel efficiency does seem to have a problem. 3 kilometers. Ugh, that's like a school bus.
Obviously, I had to do something about it. I even considered reinstalling the old engine, but I knew I couldn't go back after I put my hands on its steering wheel and got a taste of its speed. So, I needed another solution. Call me desperate, but I bought every exotic energy-saving part I could find on the market, consulted an expert who charged 10,000 Denny's per hour, and even tried to modify the engine myself. Well, long story short, I spent all that money for nothing.
That's so touching. You're like a husband who won't give up on his terminally ill wife.
Don't say my wife. No, I mean, don't say my truck is terminally ill.
Piper, it really hasn't been easy for you. Before coming here, I thought I had it worse than everyone else.
You too, Proxy? I know you citizens of New Eridu pay several times more tax than us. But even then, how expensive could it be to modify your little car?
I didn't modify my car. The expenses just piled up. After paying taxes and settling the overdue electricity bill, I lent the rest to a friend to invest.
I think people in our situation should just stay away from investments, let alone lending money to a friend to invest. On the bright side, the prize money hasn't disappeared, it's just turned into an IOU. Stay positive and hopeful like Bernice, and maybe one day you'll see the money again?
Aw, thanks for the compliment.
I wasn't... fine. I was complimenting you. It looks like you used your prize money in the best way possible. The Proxy and I both thought this money could change our lives, but the happiness didn't last, and life feels even more difficult now. The Proxy has to worry day and night about the return on investment, while I constantly worry about how long Steel Tusk can keep running. How did this happen? Bernice, what was on your mind when you spent that money?
What was on my mind? I don't think there was anything on my mind, really. How come you always notice things in life that need changing? Oh, is it because you're smart and observant? I have everything I want. I have fuel, nitro fuel, and the best friends in the world. When something new comes up, I'll take it in stride. Like how you were new to me, Proxy, but now we're friends. And I know that you like me for me, so I don't need to change anything about myself. Not that I would. Not for you, anyone, or anything. That's why I'm dragging you two along with me to complete commissions, even though I know you're both in a bad mood. Maybe you'll cheer up after getting some action.
You kind of have a point. Let's do some commissions. I'll lead the way.
Piper, get yourself together!
I'm totally together.
Heads up! What was that just now?
Let's catch up with them.
It's a strange enemy again.
Can't put our guard down.
This party is just getting started.
You got it.
Yeah! Sit out of my way! Yeah! Huh? Where'd they go? Let's grab a nitro fuel together! Meet again, you big lump.
Wait. Don't you think this all feels strangely familiar?
Huh? Does it?
Oh, lame. Nothing. Is that somebody up ahead?
Thank you, kind-hearted youngsters. And this cutie Bang Boo, of course.
Cutie Bang Boo. Again?
Wait, is it just me, or does it seem like this old man is about to pull out a lottery ticket to show his gratitude?
You, how did you know? I haven't taken out the lucky lottery ticket I use as my lucky charm yet.
I knew it!
Is this one of those pranks that you kids are into these days? Or was I right all along about the impending doom of the world and the new Eridu government monitoring everyone?
Wow! It's a wonderful thing! Calm down first. At the very least, I can guarantee that I, Bernice, am not a government agent. I can't vouch for the two next to me, though.
Hey, you've known us for ages. Vouch for us.
Oh, fine. Since you look like my first love when she was young, I'll take your word for it. Here, take this lottery ticket. It'll bring you good luck.
Thanks! Is this a miracle lottery ticket that can win 3 million?
A miracle. Miracles are worth so much more than just 3 million. Since I started carrying this lottery ticket, I've never had a bad day. Such an incredible streak of luck is worth more than 30 million.
Amazing! Is 30 million enough to transform a volcano into a nitro fuel fountain?
30 mil? I don't need that much. 10 million is more than enough to solve all of Steel Tusk's problems.
Oh no, you're getting carried away too, Piper. Calm down.
But I really can sense a lucky energy from this lottery ticket. It feels warm and sticky.
That's probably the old man's hand sweat. Come to your senses, Bernice.
Roxy, stop overthinking things. This 30 million could ease all the hardships of an adult's weary life. Now's the time to celebrate. If I were in the car, I'd be honking like mad.
Snap out of it, Piper. Look around you. There's no 30 million in sight.
I'm going to be the goddess of a volcanic lake filled with nitro fuel. Did you drop this bottle of vintage drink? Or that glass of dearest special?
Steel Tusk, wait for me. I'll never give up on you. I'll make you the best truck in the history of the Outer Ring.
Don't just stand there, Proxy. The live broadcast of the lottery is over, but we can still check the winning numbers in a newspaper.
Bernice and I will look for a newspaper. We'll wait for you to come and witness this miracle moment.
Do you have any good news for us?
I have both good news and bad news. I strongly suggest that you hear the bad news first.
No, I want to hear the good news first. I think it's about time something good happened in my life.
I want to hear the good news too. I'm the type who always hears the good news first.
Okay, the good news is we won the 30 million jackpot.
I knew it!
I knew it!
This is cruel, but you still need to hear the bad news. This ticket was issued more than a year ago. I checked the conditions, and the redemption period is 1 year. The redemption period ended 1 month ago, which means the prize money has been returned to the pool.
No way! So you're saying we have no claim to the 30 million anymore? If you think about it from another perspective, maybe the 3 million we won before is part of this 30 million! What do you think, Piper? Does thinking about it like that make you feel better? That's more like it! There's nothing I love more than Piper's joyful smile and infectious laughter!
That smile looks like the opposite of happiness. A facade hiding the heart behind 3 locks.
I knew it. There's no such thing as a free lunch. I once thought I understood everything, but now I know that I don't understand anything at all. Sorry, Steel Tusk. I'll reinstall your old engine and return to my old life. What's wrong with that? After all, the characters all return to their old lives at the end of adventure stories.
I don't understand. But I'm sure about one thing. You mustn't reinstall the old engine. What will I do with the new fuel formula I spent all night researching if you do that?
Oh, what's that? You have a new fuel formula?
Oh, didn't I tell you? While thinking about Steel Tusk's fuel efficiency issue after our last test drive, it hit me. Why not tackle a fuel problem with a fuel-related solution, instead of making hardware modifications? I already tested the effects of my new formula with Steel Tusk this morning.
How did it go?
I guess it was okay. It consumed about 10% more fuel than the old engine. I added a little more of the good stuff to the formula. But the cost increases a bit too. But I'm sure you'll be okay with it if it means Steel Tusk can perform at its best.
Oh, you're right. This solves Steel Tusk's fuel consumption problem.
I know. What you want to do most right now is to test it out, right? I should have enough of the test fuel to fill up the tank. I'll fill it up now. It won't be long.
She's so amazing. The charm of a return to everyday life ending. Perhaps it's because the everyday includes friends like Bernice and you, Proxy. Compared to suddenly getting rich and feeling lonely after a major life change, maybe this isn't so bad. No, I still really want to get rich. What should I do?
I get it. I want to get rich too.
Right? I knew you'd understand. But maybe Lady Luck prefers innocent people like Bernice more than realists like us.
The tank is filled to the brim. Full speed ahead, Steel Tusk! Vroom, vroom.
Well, I'm off now. You take care, Proxy. Don't worry. I'll be sure to call you the next time Bernice enters a hollow to save some old people.
Pleased to meet you. I'm Public Security Officer Jing Yi. May I know the specific request you have for public security community service?
Shh, hold on for a second.
Oh, is that you, Manager? My apologies. I didn't recognize you while I was in autopilot mode. What are you two?
If even androids can understand the meaning of life, then perhaps humans can too.
Finished. What a classic.
What are you watching so intently?
Endbringer 2! Have you seen it, Chingy? I've been meaning to recommend it to you.
Hold on. Just give me a second. And done. I speedwatched the whole thing. It's about an E-800 model android protecting a little girl amidst the perilous apocalypse, supporting each other through thick and thin. They gradually become attached to one another, but in the end have no choice but to part ways. The plot's decent enough, I suppose.
So you actually went and looked up spoilers. Watching movies like that is a real waste, officer.
I didn't look up spoilers. I simply extracted the movie from the database for data analysis and pattern recognition.
Master, this is technical jargon of an advanced artificial consciousness. Allow me to translate for you. Yes, Qingyi essentially read spoilers.
The smart voice assistant you two are using seems to have quite the unique personality setting loaded into it. Ah, right. I happen to have a work-related matter which requires your assistance. I need to borrow some tapes to further analyze human behavior. Horror movies, to be exact. With mysterious forces at play, the more the better. It's for Public Security's community service program.
Can't you directly access those from a film database?
I can tell you find the whole thing a little unusual too. But I assure you that such background data is required for my task. Since I've taken it on, I should be somewhat serious about it. Even if this community service itself is, dull.
Which is why you activated autopilot mode, right? If only I could also handle tedious tasks while catching up on sleep.
Tedious. Ha, ha. As if the mere word tedious could encompass everything. It all began when the bigwigs at Public Security realized that no matter how many decrees they make, Internaut is still unstoppable. As a result, who else other than Officer Juyuan proposed a strategy of guiding rather than blocking? Citizens have a real need to face the hollows and can't always turn to Public Security for everything. So Internaut has naturally appeared to meet those needs. If only every Public Security officer could dedicate a set amount of time to community service, helping citizens with their actual problems. Once we establish trust between citizens and Public Security, then the plan to completely eradicate Internaut will have taken its first step.
Oh, that's a great strategy.
Indeed, Zhu Yuan proposing such a comprehensive plan is really reassuring.
It is a good plan. However, for some reason, I sense that you two might not be completely sincere. Never mind. I suppose I'm not entirely sincere myself, mainly due to the absurd demands citizens are making. For example, testing whether their fiancé would flirt with other women behind their back. Or, I suspect there's some mysterious force at work on 6th Street. Please deal with it, officer. What's worse is my assigned partner today. Ugh, that guy. One second he's proclaiming that though community service seems a little trivial, he's determined and dedicated to taking up that task. Then, before I even finished a sip of hot water, he goes bolting off on another case somewhere else, like a gust of wind weaving through the mountains. Young people these days.
Solving cases with a public security officer. Isn't it just like the plot of that one movie? I'm up for it. Count me in.
I never expected the manager to be interested in such things.
I think Belle just wants to show off and strut around with the public security badge pinned on her coat.
If the manager is willing to assist, it would indeed be a great help to me. However, giving you a badge is out of the question. Nominally appointing you as an assistant public security officer, though, is a possibility.
Then you go ahead, Belle. I'll look after the store.
Then I'll go ahead and clear up the other community service appointments first. Let's meet on the street later. No need to jump to any strange conclusions, Holly. Just tell me what's the matter.
Okay. Actually, it's about my good friend Teddy. He's been missing for several days now.
Missing? There doesn't seem to be any filed reports about a missing person in this area. Have you been to the public security office with your parents recently?
No, we haven't. Dad said since we just moved away from the old metro zone, we don't have the resources to deal with Teddy right now. But I'm really worried. I've never gone so long without seeing Teddy before.
That's terrible. The assistant public security officer is right. A disappearance is not a trivial matter and must be handled by public security. Do you have a photo of Teddy?
Yes, I have tons. At least I did. But during our move, because we were in a hurry to catch the evacuation train, all our luggage was...
Not a problem. Now, I will ask you a few questions. You must think carefully. The more accurate your answers, the higher the chance we will find Teddy. Understand? Let's start. Height?
Teddy is exactly 20 centimeters shorter than me, so he's 101 centimeters tall. He's heavier than me, about 32 kilograms.
Can you describe the color and style of clothes Teddy was wearing when he disappeared?
A blue shark onesie.
So, Teddy must look something like this, right?
Whoa, you can really draw, Miss Officer. That's Teddy. But he's been gone so many days. Do you think we can still find him?
Your case is now accepted, Citizen Holly.
Oh, thank you so much. Dad told me that the officers at Public Security wouldn't have time for this sort of thing.
Don't worry, Public Security Officer Ching Yi will be on the case. But there's one last question I need you to answer. Can you do that for me?
Okay.
When and where did you last see Teddy?
It was at the Gravity Cinema. I wanted popcorn, so Teddy went out to buy some. I waited until the movie was over, but Teddy never came back.
Gravity Cinema? That's right next to the branch office, and yet a disappearance happened.
I can't believe a crime would happen in plain sight like that. It's worth investigating.
Good. But first, I need to escort Holly home. Let's meet later near Gravity Cinema in Lumina Square. Judging from your appearance, it seems like you found something.
Please take a look, Chingy. Not bad for an assistant public security officer, right?
Hmm? Manager, why did you pick up so much trash? Don't tell me you thought all this was evidence.
Trash? So, it's all useless, huh? Guess being an officer isn't for everyone.
Completely normal for a first investigation. After all, evidence doesn't just fall from the sky, you know. Let me analyze these videos, then together with... Wait a minute. What's that in your pocket?
I picked it up earlier. It's a signed poster and seemed collectible, so I thought I'd take it home.
It has value as a collectible? Then it shouldn't have been discarded so carelessly for you to find like that. Without the manager's deep knowledge of films, I might have overlooked this detail. The handwriting is a bit smudged, but you can still make out "To Holly." If it was dropped by Teddy, it's worth further investigation. Let me scan it. Look, there's residue of a strong reaction from highly active etheric matter. Quite a significant amount, too. An item outside a hollow contaminated with such a high concentration of etheric residue. This actually makes our search easier. I've also made some progress. I discovered a suspicious vehicle that was parked here when Teddy disappeared. If it's related to the disappearance, then the vehicle might also be contaminated with etheric residue. Let's go and check it out. Very good, Assistant Public Security Officer. We quickly tracked down the suspicious vehicle. As I suspected, there's residue of a strong reaction from highly active etheric matter on the rear wheels.
Oh, then is it already time to go arrest the suspect?
Huh? No, that's not how this works. Criminal investigation requires concrete evidence. We need to keep calm, Assistant Officer. Etheric residue is indeed suspicious, but this is new Eridu after all. There are various causes for contamination with etheric residue. We can't quite deem it something particularly strange at this stage. No worries. I'll handle surveillance of the car. I don't need to sleep anyway.
Are you sure you'll be okay if you don't rest at all, Chingy?
Juyuan always expresses the same. It's just unnecessary concern. Everyone is acting like this. Juyuan, Holly, and now even the manager. Humans are indeed an interesting species, projecting so much emotion onto things that are not even alive. Though helping citizens is part of a public security officer's duties, Teddy is just a bamboo. In the end, the existence of intelligent machines is to be discarded in place of humans when danger arises. Take me, for example. Despite being an advanced model known as a 01NG6 criminal investigation automaton, I'm essentially just a bamboo with more complex functionality. And regarding life and death, I believe Teddy and I are identical. Neither of us actually cling to it. I really didn't expect Holly to be so upset.
We humans haven't become that cruel.
A most interesting species indeed. Don't worry. Bamboo or automaton, we are not as fragile as humans. Today's investigation was very fruitful. With these leads, we can apply for an official search warrant from public security. If there's anything I need help with in the future, I'll be sure to contact you. I'll be leaving now. Nice to meet you. I'm Public Security Officer Ching-Yi. Please tell me the specific request you have for Public Security Community Service.
Seems like autopilot mode kicked in again. What do you think? Should we wake up Ching-Yi?
Congratulations on becoming the head of public security!
Oh, very well. As head, my first command is to stop all community service. The video store managers? Oh, seems I was having a pretty good dream just now.
You seem kind of tired. Are you okay?
It had been too long since I last shut down, and my processors were being occupied with redundant data. That's all. It matters not. I've been keeping watch over the suspicious vehicle we identified last time, and finally caught evidence of it entering and exiting the Cretan Hollow. I've applied for personnel and carrots from public security. Once the approval goes through, we can go find Teddy.
Excuse me for interrupting. I thought I saw a public security officer heading this way. Ah, you must be Officer Ching-Yi. Our little Holly has really caused you trouble lately.
What is this for?
I'm so sorry. Kids don't understand. To trouble public security over such a matter is really making too much of a fuss. If it was lost, it's lost. That Bangbu was old anyway. I thought I might as well buy a new one for Holly this time. Just reset the Bangbu and give it to her. You can tell her you found Teddy, and that'll be the end of all this.
Are you sure? Your daughter must have really cherished Teddy.
Right. Please trust that... Oh, wait a minute. I understand, if that's what you wish.
Huh, Ching-Yi? Why the sudden... He left quite decisively.
I think Teddy can still be saved. I mean the real Teddy.
He's just a father worried about his daughter. No need to argue over the details of the investigation with him. Moreover, I just received a message indicating that it's unclear whether this Teddy number 2 will be able to help. So, I've decided to handle it this way for now.
Did something happen, Ching-Yi?
Yes, the approval didn't come through. Bangbu can't be classified as people. It can't be handled as a missing persons case, only as a theft. So we can't get approval for extra personnel or a carrot. This means the rescue operation in the Hollow will inevitably be delayed. And by then, Teddy's chances will be quite slim.
But the idea from Holly's father is just too cruel.
I never said we were abandoning the real Teddy. It's just that bringing the real Teddy back in one piece isn't very realistic. You haven't forgotten, have you? The biggest advantage of intelligent machines is replaceability. If an arm breaks, just attach a new one. If the body is damaged beyond repair, just get a new one. As long as we can retrieve the most core memory chip.
Good idea. No wonder you're the public security's intelligence system. You see things from a different angle.
Master, stay calm. If you can't remain composed, then allow me to pour a bucket of cold cybernetic water over you. This plan has a flaw. Teddy is a model from 8 years ago, and there are aesthetic differences from this year's latest model. It seems Officer Ching-Yi's AI system requires further iteration for thoroughness.
That's not a problem. The difference between the Bangbu isn't that big. Just some modifications to make it look similar to the older version should do.
Okay, Fairy. No need to try to prove you're better. Please search for the specific differences between the old and new versions of the Bangbu.
Understood. Scanning the blog. OMG, is there anything cuter than the old Bangbu models? I just want to hug it to death. Result 1. The old version of the Bangbu has a super chubby tubby tummy. Am I the only one who loves its tummy? Result 2. The old version of the Bangbu is super duper cute the way it sputters with its mechanical kinetic core. Result 3. Wah! The previous version of the Bangbu clearly had more emotes. I miss those. Based on the results extracted from the blog, We can modify the new Bangboo's appearance based on these 3 points to perfectly replicate the old version of Teddy.
Sounds like you found some weird posts to read out loud. But thanks, Fairy.
You're very welcome. I am a smart voice assistant dedicated to showing you different perspectives.
In that case, the task at hand is quite clear. Let's start modifying Teddy number 2. Chingy. I just saw you and the video store manager on the street, so I thought I'd... What? Is that Teddy? You found Teddy already! This isn't Teddy. Officer, did you find the wrong bamboo?
Are you sure, Holly?
Yeah, I'm sure. Teddy is my closest friend, and I would never mistake him. Teddy's ear should have a dent here from when he tried to protect me from falling one time. And Teddy's bottom should have glue on it from when I was little. The glue was stuck so strong that it wouldn't wash off. Officer Chingy, was it because you couldn't find Teddy, so you...
It appears that you remember everything about Teddy, Holly. Listen, it's all because this rookie public security officer here trusted the wrong information, and we got the wrong bamboo. Yeah, it's all my fault. Let's not forget that I'm a very experienced public security officer, and that I wouldn't make such a rudimentary mistake. From here on out, I will be taking over the case personally, and will definitely find Teddy.
Really?
Yes, really. So, we'll be busy now continuing this investigation. Can you return home on your own, Holly?
Yes!
What a sharp child. Even if they look nearly identical, and even if we could retrieve Teddy's memory, Teddy number 2 would still be a completely different bamboo to Holly. What's precious about life is that it's irreplaceable. Okay. Like I've always said, humans are indeed an interesting species. Thank you for helping me cover up the lie just now. The next step is to venture into the hollow to rescue the bamboo. It'll be much too dangerous for you, manager. I'll figure something out by myself. See you later.
I just tried contacting Qingyi again, but still no reply. I've got a bad feeling about this.
Do you think she went into the hollow alone without getting approved for a carrot?
Fairy, quickly search Internet for any posts that might have been made by Qingyi.
Search complete. There is a suspicious post. The content is as follows. Esteemed proxies, I wish to hereby notify you of a bamboo rescue commission in the Cretan Hollow. Based on data analysis and pattern recognition results, the rescue target is likely in the T8AE32 area. Any interested parties may leave a message. Details to be discussed in person. Meeting face-to-face can effectively advance the work progress.
Data analysis and pattern recognition, along with that old-fashioned tone. It's definitely Qingyi.
Bad news. There have been no responses to the post from any proxy, and the last message was posted by the author 13 minutes ago saying, "I have arrived near the Hollow. Just checking one last time. If there are no takers for the job, then so be it."
Belle, if we hurry straight to the target area mentioned in the post, we might still make it in time.
Right, let's get going.
You want a glass of nitro fuel? Sure, let's go play.
Good day. Let's start the experiment. Need some tech support?
Master, I have located Officer Qingyi.
A familiar Bangboo indeed. We meet again, as the #1 wanted proxy on Internet. Isn't it a bit careless of you to take the job? I wanted to see why public security would be recruiting proxies. Consider it as banking some goodwill for future favors. Huh? What? Did you know it was a job from public security when you accepted it?
To be honest, Officer Qingyi, your post on Internet was way too obvious.
So it was too obvious, which is why nobody signed up for this gig. Then why would Faith in... No. Could you actually be a decent person? It wouldn't hurt to say something nice without sounding completely shocked. Very well. I suppose it's only fair to show a bit of courtesy now that I require your assistance. The situation is this. I'm tracking a vehicle related to the case, and it found traces that could belong to that car. I need a proxy for navigation inside the Hollow. Please assist me with my investigation. The suspicious vehicle we were staking out was last seen here. All traces of suspicious activity must be investigated. Compared to the legal investigation activities registered by the HIA, everything else counts as suspicious activity. I'm sending the coordinates to you now.
Master, high ether activity detected coming from this forklift. This matches the evidence previously collected by Officer Qingyi.
A forklift? They're not exactly a rare sight in the Hollows. But how should I put this? This particular forklift seems to be giving its own game away. It seems to be screaming, "I'm just a totally normal abandoned forklift. I'm not blocking anything at all." Proxy, don't overdo it. If you encounter danger, get out of there.
Master, unknown distress signal detected. Analysis complete. The distress signal is coming from a Bangboo. A route to the source of the distress signal has been identified.
Officer, we've detected a Bangboo search and rescue signal. You certainly know what you're doing. So much so that I want to break...
Catch me if you can, Officer Grandma.
So infuriating. Slow down. Respecting your elders is a virtue.
I think I just heard a click, but nothing happened.
The ejector failed to launch. Oh, the recklessness of youth. Not to worry, I'll fix it. Don't go running off, Proxy.
The source is just up ahead. Belle, go wait for Qingyi over there.
strange. The signal should have been coming from here. Teddy, is that you?
Bing Bong's here! The Bangbu Boonappers strike again!
Is someone here?
I already said it! I'm Bing Bong, the Bangbu Boonappers! Oh, what do we have here? A little Bangbu that can talk! Don't see that every day. Gonna be sure to nab this one! Speaking of which, that emergency signal device that we took off of Bangbu, it is really coming in handy! Seems any Bangbu would fall for it.
Something's off about this guy. Let's get out of here and find Qingyi.
Oh? You're not going anywhere. You're property of the Bangbu Boonappers now. Here, have a taste of the special Bangbu spray.
Everything suddenly went black. Did we lose the connection with Eos? Belle, are you alright?
All of a sudden, my eyes started hurting.
Your eyes?
Don't worry, I'm okay now. But what about Eos? What happened to it?
Fairy, can you still connect to Eos?
After disconnecting, I've sent 28 reconnection requests. All have failed. Now attempting to use a backup line.
Eos.
I have successfully connected via the backup line, but the transmission is extremely unstable. It appears that the communication system has been severely damaged. However, the communication signal between Eos and Qingyi hasn't been damaged. Do you wish to bridge a connection via Eos to connect to Qingyi? To prevent Master's identity from being exposed, I can add a heavy voice masking effect for both of you. However, there is still a 43% chance of you being recognized by Officer Qingyi. What's your decision, Master?
Bridge a connection to Qingyi.
Understood. Bridging a connection to Qingyi via Eos.
Qingyi, can you hear me?
Oh? Has the connection been restored? That's Faithin for you. Don't worry, I've arrived at the location of the emergency signal. I'll be sure to rescue your Bangbu. I'll need him to get out of this hollow. I don't want to become an ethereal. Officer Qingyi here. I've arrived with the food. Let's go save your Bangbu. Okay. Understood. I'm here. With pleasure. Following order. Okay. Here. Understood.
Coming through!
Here comes the first.
Why aren't you laughing?
Initial impact. The suspect has given up and surrendered.
No! I've had enough! Please, go easy on me, officer. Anyway, what's a public security officer doing around here? Is it really worth all the trouble to come after a little resale business like ours?
Incorrect. At this moment, I am not a public security officer. Now, tell me, or you'll get a taste of this pepper spray.
I mean, special bamboo spray.
No, wait! No, that is not pepper spray! It's a concentrated ether solution. Please, let me go! I'll tell you everything!
Concentrated ether solution? Eos!
That's right. The person you just heard is a fellow public security investigator. A heinous crime.
Wait, officer! I had no idea. I wouldn't dare do such a thing. Huh? Wait, didn't you just say you weren't from public security?
Then explain. Why did you attack a bamboo? Where is your base? How did you carry out the crimes? I see. So you would use the concentrated ether solution to instantly corrupt the bamboo and cause its systems to malfunction, disrupting communication, self-recovery modules, and other functions. If that's the case, then Teddy wouldn't be able to send out a distress signal to public security. But kidnapping bamboo just to dismantle them and sell off the parts? How could he have embarked on such an unreliable path of crime? By the way, how is your bamboo doing?
How is Eos?
He doesn't appear to have any cosmetic damage, but it seems like his intelligence has suffered a drop.
Master, I have both good news and bad news.
Tell me the bad news first.
Eos is only capable of basic communication for the time being. The module for collecting holo data has been damaged by 87%. Please do not use it. As for the good news, there is no more bad news.
Oh, Teddy has already been sprayed with the ether spray for several days. If we don't hurry, there'll be no hope of saving him. According to Bing Bong's account, there's still a whole pile of stolen bamboo in their hideout. We've detained Bing Bong, but if we don't act now, it'll alert the others. But no matter what, we must continue the rescue. What do you think, Faithin?
Agreed. But Eos has been damaged. What should we do?
Officer Ching-Yi, I believe it is time to use that technology, if you know what I mean.
We sprung from the same stalk. What need each the other fry? An AI calculating an AI. But it is a good idea. You mean that technology, right? Very well. Let's proceed.
Very well. Let's proceed.
Wait, you AIs. Mind explaining in human language so we can all understand?
Affirmative. Translating communication into language that can be understood by humans. Using distributed computing, a portion of EOS's functions can be installed onto Officer Ching-Yi's system.
I still don't quite understand.
Understood. I will attempt to explain EOS and Ching-Yi's distributed computing technology in layman's terms. You will use sensory sync with Officer Ching-Yi. By using distributed computing, you can immediately restore the ability to search the holo as long as we can maintain stable communication. The risk of using this technology is that Officer Ching-Yi will also be affected by EOS's ether corruption.
Oh, but...
It matters not.
Maybe there's still another way, Ching-Yi.
Don't worry. I'm a 01NG6 criminal investigation automaton. It's my duty to save every citizen of New Eridu. I'm not such a fragile existence like humans. I've granted you access to my interface, AI. Let's start the sync.
Understood. Initiating sensory sync. Packaging distributed virtual interface. HDD unidirectional control on standby.
Activate the connection.
Anyway, the secret passage is right here. Let me give it a scan first. Sure enough, here it is. Looks like Bing Bong wasn't lying after all. Oh, it's a shark boo. The chance of it being Teddy is...
Master, your powers of deduction know no bounds. The identity of this shark boo cannot be ascertained, but it is not Teddy.
It's all in a day's work for a public security officer. Proxy, I suggest you turn away. I don't want your Bang Boo to see what happens next. Oh, is this a memory chip? Criminals always say, dead men tell no tales, silencing witnesses to cover up their crimes. The data's been recovered. Access my mind space and I'll share it with you. They've used the shark boo as a switch to open up the secret passage.
Enter the passcode, and then it's open sesame.
Reminder, there is a 99% probability of finding clues on the shark boo's chassis.
They've used the shark boo as a switch to open up the secret passage. Just I thought the kind of criminal syndicate that would take in the likes of Bing Bong would lack the intelligence to be capable of causing any serious trouble. But it appears that thought was rather naive.
There are 4 distorted numbers etched beneath the sticker. It's probably not the passcode for the secret passage. Is this the passcode for the secret passage? Agreed. Officer Chingy is absolutely correct. Engaging in criminal activity with this level of intellect is vastly overconfident. Although you fell victim to the shark boo's reflexive bite, fortunately, it has resulted in the discovery of the switch for the secret passage.
We've pieced together the clues. Time to exit the mind space. We've pieced together the clues. Time to exit the mind space. Enter the passcode to the secret passage to open it. You haven't forgotten it, have you, Proxy?
Mm-hmm. I remember the passcode. It's...
many Bangbu, and they all need rescuing.
Master, one of the thugs from the Bangbu Boo-Nappers has been detected and is currently approaching your and Officer Chingy's location. Your small size plus their limited intelligence have precluded your discovery for now. However, it is impossible to advance any further. Suggestion: factoring in Officer Chingy's current state and the 78.36% likelihood that she is currently overdoing it, combat should be avoided for now. I have taken the liberty of preparing 2 surprise strategies. The thug patrolling, watching a movie, stops in his tracks near the hiding place. He's so close that you can even see he's watching Never Overtime on his phone. You're left with no other option but to watch it with him. What a great movie. The movie finally finishes, and the thug reveals a relieved smile at the protagonist's happy ending. He puts away his phone, taking out his highly active etheric spray paint as he walks off in another direction. Finally, it's time to act. Think, Master. Think. Would it be faster to wait, or to just fight? That really is a question worth carefully considering.
Why is this Bangbu's face twitching like that?
Please note, the following information is not for the sake of Eos's well-being. I have changed dismantling to petting, and vital signs to final baseline. Please forgive me for any difference in semantics. This Bangbu seems to have been petted inhumanely, losing its final baseline, and leaving behind nothing more than its chassis.
Just like the shark boo earlier. Yet another one. How inhumane. Committing crimes against Bangbu, one after the other, all so they can take their bodies for their own and flip them for a profit. Oh, human desire, how could you have ever become so twisted? It's completely destroyed. It's completely destroyed. Let's take it out once the rescue is over. It's still conscious. Hold on. I'll get you out of here soon.
Master, scans have detected a non-corrupted and conscious Avakabu. It has tried to lie down flat, but has instead been rocking back and forth by 0.5 millimeters at an incredibly high frequency. Hypothesis: the Avakabu tried to play dead, but ended up exposing itself in its state of panic.
I am Officer Qingyi. You're safe now, Avakabu. Why is it shaking even more now? Could it be that it snuck into this hollow without permission, and now it's even more panicked? corruption isn't obvious, but I've almost used up all my power. Don't worry, link up to the Electroboo and read its memory chip.
It's the POV of the Electroboo. Looks like we've successfully accessed its memory.
It shocked its way through the door lock using high voltage. That's no small feat.
This is deep inside the Bangbu Boonapper's base. It's enormous.
There are the guards, just as expected.
I heard something. Huh?
What's the Bangbu doing here?
Is it an escapee?
Don't move!
Huh? I think I just saw the silhouette of a shark boo. Let me investigate. Hang on. There was a shark boo among all those Bangbu. Let me just check if it's Teddy. Teddy has a blemish on its ear from when it was protecting Holly once. And there's glue on its butt that Holly stuck there when she was just a kid. It's Teddy. We did it! The corruption is starting to show now. We have to hurry. Now that we know where Teddy is, how can we get in there?
We can't let any of our Bangbu get away!
This guy really knows how to fight. Incredible.
You're the boss finds out about this! You'll talk my pay for a month! Outflank it!
Nowhere to run now.
Trying to squeeze your way through?
Oh, why you unscrupulous little Bangbu. You'll never make it out. Just give up.
Ah! The Bangbu are escaping! Boss! Ah!
Why you? What do you think you're doing? Shouting for the boss over this?
The data's been corrupted. Go and manually recover it at the Electroboo's last known whereabouts. The Electroboo should still be mobile. If I'm not mistaken, we can follow it in, and we should run into it while it is making its escape. There's still some information missing. Keep looking for the last part. The data has been recovered. We can unlock the next memory now. This should be the Electroboo's memory of when it was attacked. All the shocked Bangbu have started to come too.
Keep beating them silly, but they're still trying to run off! If you're not going to do this the easy way, we'll have to do it the hard way.
That must be the boss. This thug is their boss. He's both stronger and smarter than any of the thugs we've run into so far. Well, he's at least 0.73% better. Look! The gloves that 0.73% guy used to pick up the Electroboo are completely scorched. Meaning, we can trace his fingerprints and uncover his true identity. Turns out that 0.73% guy is no joke. He's a fugitive suspect in 3 criminal investigations. No wonder he hasn't been caught. Has he been laying low in the hollows all this time? Huh. Well, seeing as you're so keen to come down to the precinct, don't blame me if I show you no mercy next time we see each other.
The Electroboo converts its last remnants of strength into electricity and releases it. Belle, the entrance is over here.
That's pretty much all of the info. We can head back now.
The
The Electroboo has been a real help. Let's head over to the secret passage.
Sufficient gear coins paid. Authentication successful. Opening valve. Captivated by the movie Never Overtime, the thug is totally unaware of Officer Ching-Yi's stalking closely behind him. The thug's coordinates have been marked out. Rescue all of the Bangbu before calling for support for the rescue and arrest.
Teddy should be right here. It's that 0.73% guy. Take him out, and we can rescue. It's completely destroyed. Let's take it out once the rescue is over. It's completely destroyed. Let's take it out once the rescue is over. It's completely destroyed. Let's take it out once the rescue is over. It's completely destroyed. Let's take it out once the rescue is over.
The pressure's so high. The target is just up ahead. Can you hold on?
I'm fine. Saving Teddy is what's important. Bernie, ready! You ready? With pleasure. I'm here. Understood.
You actually made it this far! What's this?
Can I leave enemies? Now things are starting to get a bit tricky. Nevertheless, I'm still going to get all of the civilians out of here. None left behind.
Less than 50 meters. The hollow exit is just up ahead.
Chingy! Do you copy? Can you make it?
Humans. Such an interesting species. These aren't living creatures. Yet they won't abandon them, no matter what. This obsession, longing, and suffering. Is that what life truly is?
3 strikes and you're done, right? We've already had public security's help 3 times now. Why don't we just skip today?
You misunderstand. I'm just here to express my gratitude. You 2 upstanding citizens helped me investigate the missing Bangboo case. Thank you. Teddy was repaired and I took him to Holly. It was quite moving to see them reunited.
Don't worry about it. Besides, he didn't really help that much, right?
Right. If it weren't for Qingyi, then we could have easily lost Eos.
Huh? What was that you were saying?
Oh, I was just thinking to ask how you've recovered, Qingyi.
My body is fine, of course. After some maintenance, I'm feeling even better than before. If anything, the real headache is that Juyuan and her constant nagging about how reckless we were.
Juyuan is probably just hoping that you will take better care of yourself.
Actually, I'm not a person who doesn't look after myself. I've always known how important I am. It's just that as automatons, our views on life are quite different from those of humans. In the end, the purpose of intelligent machines is to be discarded in place of humans when danger arises. However, you could say I felt a certain weight inside the hollow this time.
Huh? What do you mean by weight? Did you pick up something heavy?
Well, I guess I could say that I understood the weight of life. I don't know. Maybe I've been affected by humans somehow.
Actually, it doesn't matter if we're talking about a Bangboo or you, Qingyi. We've never thought of you as something that could just be discarded in a moment of danger.
Right. Both of you are important and irreplaceable partners.
A friendly reminder, Master. If you are handing out compliments, then please, don't forget Fairy.
I suppose this is a similar feeling to what happened inside the hollow.
And yet, you still haven't actually told us what happened in the hollow.
If you're so curious, then perhaps you'd be interested in applying to become an assistant public security officer.
Join public security? As cool as that sounds, the community service work is way too...
Speaking of which, after Juyen heard the whole story, she decided to put the plan to completely abolish Internaut on hold for now. As for the local community services, unfortunately, that will become a standardized project in the future. It's a real headache. By the way, I also brought the horror movies I rented for community service last time. I figured now would be the best time to return them. I felt like the scenes where someone was possessed really resonated with me.
Oh, what do you mean? How would an intelligent machine empathize with that? We can't let Eos meet Qingyi.
Huh? When did you get here, Eos? I mean, Bangboo 01?
Hello.
The feeling of being possessed is indeed unbearable. But it really does seem to make you stronger, doesn't it?
Yeah.